Today I'm going to be showing you how to make crochet pansies. Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my 10th free crochet pattern, as many of us tend to stay at home. As per usual, there is a full written photo tutorial on my blog, and there's a link down below, and from there you can get access to my other free crochet patterns, Crochet Knowledge, and if you subscribe you'll also get access to other free exclusive crochet patterns not available anywhere else. Just before we start, don't forget to stick around to the end of the video and you'll get a sneak peek at next week's free crochet pattern. To make my crochet pansy, I'm going to use a 3mm crochet hook and some DK cotton yarn. To start, we're going to need to make a magic circle, so yarn over and make your cross. Then pick up your yarn and release your fingers and you have your magic circle. So for row 1, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to add 6 single crochets into the magic circle. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to pull our magic circle shut, and then we'll slip stitch into your first stitch here, and then fasten off and weave in your ends. Here I finished row 1 and I've got my 6 single crochet and I've fastened off. Now for row 2, you're going to add your contrasting yarn. So insert your hook into any stitch, it does not matter which one. So I'm going to go here and attach my yarn. There we go. Now, let's start our first petal. So I'm going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then into that same stitch, we're going to add 8 treble crochets. Now, to do a treble crochet, you do yarn over once, yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the stitch, pick it up, and you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over through the first 2 loops, now you've got 3. Yarn over through the next 2 loops, and yarn over through the final 2. So now you need to add 7 more treble crochets into this stitch. So I'll do this with you. So this is my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, and my final one, 8. Okay, so to close this petal, we're going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to slip stitch into the same stitch. And now we're going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch. And now we're going to do the bottom wide petal. So now we're going to chain 4. Here's my chain 4. So I add 12 treble crochets into this stitch. It's my first, second. Here I am after I've done my 12 treble crochet. Now to close our petal, we're going to chain 4 and slip stitch into the same stitch yet again. So here's my chain 4, and I'm going to slip stitch into the same stitch just to close off that petal. And there it is, there's our bottom part of our pansy. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and we're going to do the same as the first petal, so chain 4, and then we're going to add 8 treble crochet into this stitch. And that's my second. Okay, and I'll continue this time for 8 treble crochet, and then I'll chain 4 and slip stitch into this stitch and slip stitch into the next one and fasten off and weave in your ends. Here is my front flower after I've fastened off and weaved in my ends, and now what we're going to do is make the back 2 petals. So collect your contrasting yarn. For this example I'm going to use orange, and we're going to start as we did with the first. So we're going to make a magic circle, so tail in front, yarn over and make your cross. There's my cross. Insert your hook and pick up your yarn. There we go. Now chain 1, and this time you're going to do 8 single crochets into your magic circle. So I've made my 8 single crochet and pulled my magic circle shut, and I'm just going to slip stitch into my first single crochet to close my circle. For row 2, we're going to chain 3 this time, not 4, and you're going to put 9 treble crochet into the stitch. So let's do 9 into the same stitch. I've put my 9 treble crochet into the same stitch, and now I'm going to close my petal with a chain 3 and slip stitch into the same stitch. So that's our first back petal. Now we're going to do the next one, so slip stitch into your next stitch and repeat the process. Chain 3 and then 9 treble crochet into the same stitch. And then once you've done your 9 treble crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the same stitch and fasten off and leave about a 20 centimeter tail. I finished my back petals and I've threaded my tail onto a tapestry needle. Now get your front petals and place your petals slightly above the front one, so you can just see those peeking through from the back. Turn over your flower, and then using your long tail, attach your yarn to both flowers. Try not to go through all the way through to the pink side or your contrasting yarn, otherwise your back colour yarn will show through. So just slightly pick it up through the back stitches. I'll show you now. So I picked that up now, and I know you can't see my needle here, so it means the orange yarn won't be visible from the front. And just continue round, attaching your flower. And there's your crochet pansy. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget there is a full written tutorial on my blog, and there is a link down below. And as we continue to stay at home, I will be releasing another free crochet pattern next Monday. Bye!